Alright, good morning. So it's about 5:50 now, and it's about 3 minutes from sunrise. I'm just out here at Uriarra Forest. So this is the location I was originally going to go to in my Blue Range trip. I've decided not to, but today I'm going to be heading to Mount Franklin, and I figured whilst I'm over here, over in this way, I might as well come here in the morning. So yeah, it's a good spot, as I expected. The many times I've driven past here, it did seem quite nice. I didn't really have a plan so much. I just figured I'd show up and just see what I can see, but I think I got something reasonably interesting at the very least. So when I was having a look this morning, came across this one tree which caught my eye, mainly just because of the uniformity of it. It's very tall, straight, and the way the branches come out of it is very, again, uniform. It almost looks symmetrical in a way. I think it looks quite good. The placement of it also works quite well. It's quite in a sort of standout area, so it does separate itself from the rest of the trees. But yeah, I've been shooting that horizontal composition, pretty classic, long zoom-ish. I'm shooting at about 85, so it's not that long, but get that some of the compressed background as well. Yeah, I'll shoot this and then head out to Mount Franklin. I'm probably going to be sleeping for most of the day because I did not get much sleep last night, if you can't tell by my voice. But yeah, head after this. And I think this should be alright. Not expecting too much, but it's quite nice. Alright, so it is about 10 to 12 now, and I'm just going along the Mount Franklin walking track. So there's a 2.5k return trail to Mount Franklin and back. So I had a few hours, I had a bit of a nap, I had a bit of a think about what I want to do today. Now, originally I was just planning on doing just the Mount Franklin walk, but I found out it's only 2.5 return, like I just said. I was expecting it to be around 8 return, so I'm gonna have a bit more time than I thought. So what I'm probably gonna do is get to the end of this trail, do a bit of a scout, and then head to Mount Genini, which is another 4k drive from the Mount Franklin road, from the Mount Franklin walking track, I should say. And then yeah, go up there, also have a scout, and just decide which one's gonna be best for tonight. So yeah, I'll do that. Should be good. It's a beautiful day out. And I think, and I'm hoping, there'll be some good views later. I'll see you at the end of the peak and let you know if I find anything.
Eyes focusing on me. Lukewarm coffee for the road. My car was cold till 59. It seems.
Alright, so it's about 12:30 now, and I've just had a chance to make my way to the top of the peak and have a look around for some compositions. Surprisingly not too much in the way of good photos, I reckon. There's only one composition which really caught my eye, sort of like a telephoto panorama landscape type shot, so put that up now. I think it's got a decent bit of potential, but nothing that really blew me away, really. So head to Mount Genini now, see if there's anything there which might be a bit better. But other than that, yeah. Nice walk though. Nice and short. Alright, I'll see you at Genini. Alright, so it's about 1:45 and I've just been up to Mount Genini for the past 15 minutes. Had a little around, but there's really not much. It's just nothing of a view really. There's too much trees blocking the view. There's just no depth and just nothing at all. This area definitely does seem to be a place. There's actually a sort of air tracking zone, I think, for airplanes over there. So I think that's what this mountain is for. So no, again, not much in the way of views. So I'll probably go back to Mount Franklin and shoot that other shot. Only issue is I now find myself with a lot of time, so oh well. Can have worst issues. So yeah, I'll have about 5 hours or so till I really need to start getting ready, but I have a few bits of footage I can grab whilst I'm waiting. Yeah, head to Mount Franklin. I'll shoot that panoramic landscape. And yeah, I'll see you there probably closer to 7 o'clock when the light starts getting good. Alright, afternoon. So it's about 7 o'clock now, and I've just been chilling out on top of Mount Franklin, waiting for that same landscape panorama I showed you earlier. Yeah, waiting for the light to come in essentially for the last few hours. Didn't plan out this trip too well. I had the impression the hikes were going to be a lot longer, and I didn't expect you needed to be, just to drive up and get there essentially. So my only other options were to go to Mount Angie, or Mount Angie, I don't know how to pronounce it, which is 14 kilometers, so I'm not too sure if I would have had time for that. I think that's one way as well. And then the other one is Mount Uriarra, which I was just there last week, so unfortunately I had to come back to Mount Franklin, but at the very least, it seems to be good light. It's very clear sky. There's some great sunlight on the hills. Sorry, the sun's kind of... There we go. There's some great light on the hills. The issue, and one thing I'm concerned about, is that it looks as though the sun's going to go behind the clouds before the light hits its peak. So it seems as though I'm going to have to settle for not particularly ideal light, but I think it might just have to be what I deal with. Because it is a clear day, there is a chance. On the walk up here, there's an old alpine ski club area. I don't remember the exact date of it, but I may or may not stay there for Milky Way, because the way the daylight saving time is working at the moment, I'm only gonna have to wait like 1 or 2 hours, I think, before I can get optimal shooting distance for the Milky Way. So I might just stay out there, seeing as I'm out here. But other than that, yep, I'll wait till the good light, if there is any good light, and I'll let you know what I'm doing for the rest of the day. Alright, so it's about 7:30 now, and the sun went behind the clouds. I am going to stay behind for a bit longer though, because I do think I have hope in the sun coming past those clouds, because it should have a few more minutes after that of golden light. I think it will look quite nice, because the sky seems to be very subtle at the moment. Some very nice horizons and silhouettes of the mountains in the background. But yeah, I'll stay behind for this. This will be my last vlog of the day. I probably will end up shooting that chalet thing. I've forgotten the exact name of it. Go and shoot that, just because again I won't have to wait very long for the Milky Way, seeing as I'm here, and it's honestly a very clear night as well. As for tomorrow, because I don't think I've actually explained yet, I'm going to be camping out at Mount Coree campground. So that's where I went quite a few, 2 or 3 months ago, I think, back in August when the snow was out. So I'm going to be going out there, and I'm going to try and get a shot I've had an idea of for a little while. Less of a landscape shot, more of a product shot really. I've always wanted to get one of those shots of the tent and sort of the epic landscape background, one of the ones you'd see in the ads and stuff. Sort of similar to one I remember Thomas Heaton shooting a while ago. But yeah, I'll be doing that one tomorrow morning. Yeah, head out there in the morning. Head out to the chalet after this, and then Mount Coree in the morning. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Alright, so it's about 5:50 and sunrise is just in a couple of seconds or minutes actually. But yeah, I did set up the tent for the photo, but there were a few issues I had with it. One, I did not give myself enough time. I did want to have the stars in it, and I think I really had to get here an hour or two earlier than when I did to get that shot. Other issue I found is that there's a surprising amount of glass in this mountain. Kind of disappointing to see, but I didn't really want to risk just tearing it up for one photo, especially one which, again, given how much time I had, probably wasn't going to be particularly good anyway. But I've gone up with a different composition because the morning is quite pretty. It's a pretty simple one really. I'm just using the layers and silhouettes of mountains in front of me to lead you through the composition. There's a bunch of low cloud and fog hanging around. And I believe it's actually the Cotter Dam, if I'm correct, in the foreground of the image. But I think it looks quite nice anyway. So I'll shoot this composition, head back. And yeah, I think it's been an okay trip. I definitely could have planned some bits of it better, but I think I got some good pictures out of it. A lot more subtle light I found. I was interested to see how they turn out. But yeah, I'll see you after sunrise.